to any mother who is considering it. I implore you to do it because it is significantly better for your child. The main reason is honestly the nutrition. Religious reasons aside, if you want to think of God as the one who created women, well, breast milk is a creation of God, and guess what? It's the best thing for your baby. It's hard. It's really hard. And on my Drama Mama channel, I make jokes about it because with my characters, because nobody understands what it's like to just be the sole food source for another human for a good chunk of your life. I mean, a year per child is 3 years of your life. And if you have more than one child, so for me, it was over 3 years really, because this baby's going to get a year at least. My other baby's got a year. My oldest got 18 months. He was a good boy. He needed it. And I didn't wean him like he weaned himself. And so you just have to say to yourself, what is my intention as a parent? Do I intend on being, constantly, attached to my child? And if you can't do that, like work or other reasons, that's what it becomes. You are like pretty much attached, the two of you. And you become very, very close. And it is a bond that only, the mom gets to enjoy. So, that being said, do you want to share more in the feeding with your partner? Because you could have a husband, a wife, you could have no partner. You could be a widow. You could be, two male, no mammary gland situation where you have to do formula. Formula's great. And like, that's not what us breastfeeding moms are doing here on YouTube. It's not about that. It's about, look how beautiful this is. This is okay. We have to do it everywhere because we have to feed our babies when they're hungry. And I'm not going to throw a towel over my baby's head. And my boob is not something to be looked at as sexual. And if it is, so what? But when it's feeding a human, I mean, sorry. So ultimately, I think it's about awareness that breastfeeding is going to be done more than you think in public. And that, it is really the best option, but there are other options that are awesome. Your kid may not be able to do dairy, so you do soy. Then you have to be careful with all of it. But I mean, you as a consumer have to be careful for yourself anyway. So as a consumer for your child, you can determine, do I want to give them what I think was intended, breast milk, or do I want to give them, formula because I have to go back to work or whatever reasons, like I said. But breastfeeding is like, makes me want to cry because it is so beautiful, and it is something very real that we all, and in certain countries, women have to breastfeed. There is no formula. And what would those babies do? I think that's an important fact. And they breastfeed everywhere and anywhere, in their villages, in their homes, in their places, and safe places. A lot of the time, I don't always feel safe or want to breastfeed in public because I feel America is so weird. I know a lot of countries aren't. And I, in my 20s, traveled to Europe, and I loved it because I felt like people were freer to just be themselves. And I mean, the U.S. in certain places especially, very uptight, and people get really, stressed by seeing flesh or talking about things like the human body or whatever. But not in my house. We're very open, real people who, just want to be love, give love, show love. But But yeah, so I think that I'm so glad I can do what I'm doing. A lot of women can't breastfeed, so there's so many factors, and it is such a huge, huge thing. But if we didn't have moms to do this and give all of themselves to their little babies, I mean, it's really important. It really is, and it's very special. And when people say terrible things about breastfeeding mothers or breastfeeding and how someone should do this or someone should do that, it's terrible because you have no clue. You probably are probably not a parent if you're being hard on breastfeeding people and mothers and kids. And so I don't know, I'm just going on, but my baby's sick. My mom had surgery. Everything's crazy, but it's all good. And I'm so thankful that I have this life. And I'm so thankful that, I don't know, I just, have this beautiful baby who's healthy, who can eat from my breast and have a bond with me. It's just amazing. Yeah, I just want to share that with you. How special this is, and it's really special. And if you are watching and keep watching, I'll show more funny and cute breastfeeding videos on Drama Mama ASMR. And probably funny ASMR, stupid ASMR. I really want to laugh and be happy as I can be. And this channel is more about baby and family and hopefully golf, because I love to golf. But just keep loving your family. It's the most important thing. And your partner, your lover, love them every day. Tell them you love them. Be there for them. And do the best you can. Just do the best you can. Just be love. Everything will be okay.